all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back here, Gerald the Bossman Show, joined by a friend of the show, Coach Brian Gregory, the South Florida Bulls. Coach, how are things down there in Tampa, man?
As I always say, it's hard to have a bad day in Tampa, my man. It's been great. It's been really, really positive move for me and my family, and really feel good about the program that we're building and the steps that we're taking. So things are moving in a positive direction.
And, Coach, I want to start you off right there, Coach. I know we talked when we first got the job in South Florida. I just want to ask you, what's been the biggest difference for you in the program and the whole, how you have things running with staff, the program, the administration? What's the biggest difference for you from we talked last when you got hired in 2017 to now as you win the CBI title here?
Well, I think, again, there was an understanding of a commitment level. This is a program that had lost 20 or more games in 5 straight years. And when that happens, it's more than just within the basketball department. It's a commitment level all the way around. And we were able to kind of map out a game plan for us to build the type of program that we want, from our academic support to the, marketing to promote the program, the recruiting situation, the type of guys that we needed to recruit, all those different things. And, so much of that stuff in the rebuild, or in this case, almost a complete startup, is under the under the surface. But we got the commitment from the president to the athletic director to the community and so forth, and it put us in a good position to build a really solid foundation. And we got lucky. That first spring recruiting class, we were able to, bring in 9 new guys, 6 of them that were going to be able to be with us for a couple years. And those 6 guys have turned out to be really good players in their own right. And sometimes you gotta get a little lucky, and we definitely were in that class. But at the same time, we brought in tough, hard-nosed players that wanted to get better, and that's kind of been a good formula for us.
Yes, indeed. And coaches speak about exposure. When the CBI tournament, that's a great thing to win because your guys actually played through March, got extra confidence, able to get guys more experience, and you came out with a victory. You ended the year on a high with a win, so that has to help you guys with the exposure, experience you got, and just they're feeling good as you go into these spring workouts here, starting here real soon.
No question about it. Obviously, we aspire to play in the other tournaments, the 4-letter tournaments, the NCAA, not the CBI and so forth. But with where we were at as a program, it made sense in terms of our development. It really did. And as you said, we got to play more games. We get to the 24-win mark, which sets a program record. And guys are able to play meaningful games in March, and that experience is going to, help us down the line. When I looked at other teams and other programs that had played in this tournament, not won it, just played in it, and the success that they've had in the following years, to me, at this stage of our program, it's an absolute no-brainer. And then to go out and win it made it even more worthwhile.
And Coach, I know we're playing in a big tournament, but how cool was it to play best 2 out of 3? They had to be a little exciting there for you guys to play, like a series, man. I can only imagine how the guys got pumped up there, having to play like and the pros almost playing a little mini series there. I probably made the guys really hyped for that, man.
It was interesting. It's so different from a coaching perspective because you never play the same team 3 times in 5 days. So it was interesting in terms of the adjustments that were made, pretty big adjustments. DePaul went with a really, really big lineup against us, and in game 2 kind of threw us for a loop early in the game by playing a ton of zone, and they're not a zone team. But, it was good. The thing that was interesting is how physical the games got just because the guys having a great familiarity with each other. And, at one point, the year is remember the Big East as DePaul is right now, and a lot of people were talking about it, reminding them of some of the big games from 10 years ago that were super physical. So, it was unique. It kind of adds an own flair to the championship. And for us to go on the road and win it at DePaul was something special for our guys.
And Coach, prior by game 3, you about knew everybody's calls. You probably know the signals, the calls, or did you go to a dummy call here rather than say 20 for a 2-3 zone? You probably said something else for the 2-3 zone. So how did that part go?
Yeah, it was interesting. As their point guard was making a play call, our guys were calling out what play they were running. So it was. We felt going into game 3 that they were going to continue to play us a lot of zone. So when you played that was our 38th game of the season. When you get to that point, you can make some adjustments on some of your sets, and we altered a couple of our zone offensive big hitters, and they were successful that game because we called out to play and they were looking for something different. But you do get to a point though where you say, okay, this is what we're good at, this is what we're going to run, go ahead and try to stop it.
And Chicago players who pretty trophy this year helped you get this 24-win CBI title. For those who may not be familiar with your team, they should, but guys I am. Share some guys who really played big roles for you this year.
I think that the guys that had unbelievable years for us. Quincy Lipo is a junior for us. He's actually a transfer from Gardner-Webb that made the NCAA tournament this year, and kind of a 6'1" power point guard, but he's the only guard in the country to lead the conference, both assists and steals. He was top 5 in the country in steals. And a matter of fact, even with Taco Fall from Central Florida in our league, LaQuincy was named a defensive player in the American Athletic Conference. David Collins was a team all AAC member. He's from Youngstown, Ohio, sophomore guard. Both him and LaQuincy are Quincy will be a senior next year, David Jr., and David was the MVP of the CBI. Alexis Yetna is a freshman. Paris France, he was the freshman of the year in our league. So we had a defensive player of the year and the freshman of the year, and then 2 all-league players. All those guys down from that first spring class that we brought in. So, pretty good nucleus. And then one guy that had a tremendous freshman year is Michael Dura. Right, he went to Westlake, won a state championship there. His 7-foot freshman center. He had a tremendous year for us. Started every game. The last 15 games of the season, averaged nearly 10 rebounds a game. He's a guy that, before it's all said and done, and even maybe next year as a sophomore, is a consistent double-double guy. So he made great strides for us this year. Was obviously tremendous on the defense end, but we got our whole nucleus back. We returned 9 out of our top 10 scorers. So we're in a good position to take another jump next year.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of that, Coach, your player development program, I know it's starting up here real soon. You got 4 hours now, which is better than when you had 2. So I know you have to have 4 hours to get on the court.
Right.
Work after the guys. So what's the plan this year with your returning guys to kind of get them more physically, mentally, emotionally prepared next year in the AAC? Because the American Conference, man, it's getting better by the day with the coaches you had in the league and then the talent in the league now.
Right. And that's, this is, this phase of the year, everything's about player development. Everything's about individual improvement. We won't do enough until we start getting ready to make our international trip at the beginning of August. So now it's getting better at individuals. You meet with the guys, you go over what they want in terms of what they think they need to work on to get better. You combine that with what our goals are for them, and then you kind of put together the individual plan. Because, the one thing is we get to spend that time with them, which is crucial. But to be honest, to get to where you want to get, that's not enough time. They got to spend time on their own. They got to get in the gym on their own. They got to work on their game on their own, but you got to be intentional when it comes to what you want to get done. You just can't be haphazard and just go in the gym and do nothing. You got to understand what you need to work on, and every day you got to have the daily habits necessary to get to the point you want to get to. And those daily habits are what drive you.
You got that right, Coach. And also, Coach, with the league getting better, like we saw Houston play Kentucky very well. You see, but still, Mick Cronin did a great job. Now he's left probably to hire John Brennan to take his place. So you also got Ron Hunter in front of you and ours at Tulane now. So the coaches in the league is one thing. The talent you're going to bring into the league is going to get better and better and better. So I have these guys because you look at the league, how the league is getting growing as a basketball league. Postseason-wise, how good the teams play postseason-wise. So you're against a great team every night talked about in this league.
That's the thing, you said it best. If you get every program, every school in our league, they've kind of built their national brand on the shoulders of the basketball program. You look at Memphis, Houston, South Florida, UConn, Wichita State, Cincinnati. Not saying that their football programs aren't good, but when you think of Houston, you think of Phi Slam and Jamma. When you think of UConn, you think of the national championships. When you think of, you go down the list, SMU, Florida, all those different things. They've all got Beta Temple, all on, on men's basketball or the basketball programs. And so we do have a great basketball conference. 4 teams in the NCAA tournament this year. We will become a league that has, gets 5 or 6 bids. Like you're on the verge with about 3 weeks left in the year. If we could have finished a little sooner, we would have been in conversation. So it's that type of league. As you said, great players. I'm going to do an unbelievable job. Tulane, you're just a tremendous hire. We know Penny is going to do a great job at Memphis. You go down the list, and you got some guys that have had great success either where they're at or at other places as coaches. And it's a great conference to recruit to because it is truly like an American conference, meaning we go from all the way up to UConn, down to Tampa, all the way out to Wichita, Tulsa, and then down into Texas. So there's a lot of space in between for us to recruit to.
And the advantage that you, Johnny, and Ron have is you all know that Georgia here in Atlanta is a great background for great talent, diamond in the rough talent that may get overlooked by Georgia and Tech even to a degree, or Alabama, Auburn. You can still get those guys and say, hey, we're a great conference ourselves. So you can still play and get your name out there.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, like I said, we have Michael Durr from the Atlanta area. He started every game for us as a freshman. We have Jameer Chaplin coming in, who I think was, one of the best, if not, just had a tremendous senior year, one of the best players in the state, won a state championship as a junior. lost it as a senior. He comes from a winning program at Meadow Creek. Just an unbelievable player. Fits exactly how we're going to play. He's going to have a great career here. So we're going to keep recruiting the Atlanta area and the entire state of Georgia, because we do have a lot to offer. Great academics, great opportunities here in Tampa, and a program that's on the rise.
Gregory, I'm so happy for you. I know I loved you when you was at Tech. I'm glad you're still doing well in South Florida. We'll definitely be cheering for you guys in the AAC there. We'll definitely talk to you again down the road, Coach. Have a great summer, man. Look forward to talking to you in the fall, man.
Get down.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.